guys, so we are hoping that this is going to be the last part of the gutter installation series. It is so cold out here again, like it is literally snowy, everything's frozen. So I don't know if we'll get everything done today. We might come back and just film little bits here and there, but we'll just see where we get to. So the final step is really just installing the water butt and just getting it connected up to the down pipe that we fixed up last time. So let's see how we go. Cool, so the next step in getting this water butt connected up to this guttering is to install this rainwater diverter. So this is what's going to hook this water butt up to the pipe using this hose. The last time we were here, we tried to install this, but the hole here wasn't wide enough to fit the pipe, which I think is actually standard. You're supposed to cut it down, but I didn't have any of the tools that I needed to be able to cut this to size. So I took it home, busted out my collaging set, got my X-Acto knife out, and made good work of it. So let's see if this fits today. I'm not sure. Yes, it does. Perfect. We are off to a good start today. Oh, let's not impale ourselves here. That'll be a sad end of the video. Oh shit. Oh shit. As is always the way, I got optimistic a little bit too soon. Pop that there. Okay. Cool, so I feel like I'm having a bit of a stroke of luck here, which is great. I've got this spare bit of down pipe that was just like the remnant of the previous bits that I cut off. And I think this might actually be just a good enough length really to get on with it without needing to cut again. So I've just put this foot on the bottom. This is to kick the water away from the shed. Anything that's sort of left over if the water butt gets full. What I am finding, which makes a lot of sense, is that this is not staying attached because the weight of the pipes. So my thinking is that if I just put a clip here underneath this bulky part of the pipe, this will just keep the weight supported so that the pipe doesn't come off. So I'm just trying to create a little bit more of a level ground for the water butt to sit on. So when we came to the plot, it had blown over. Once it's got water in it, it should be heavy enough and it might not matter too much, but I don't really want to chance it after all this work. I try not to dig too much because it kills worms and messes with the structure of the soil and stuff, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Luckily, I didn't see any worms here, so, well, at least none that are dead. So I hope that was okay. Cool, so the other issue that we had last week was trying to fit this tap here. As you can see, this tap needs to sort of screw in. You're supposed to put this washer in on the other side, but we've got this big black thing here. Unlike the holes at the top, I can't really see how you're supposed to remove this because if you look inside the bin, it's all sealed shut on the other side. So I got in touch with customer support and basically said, is it broken? What do I do? And what they said is that I'm supposed to unscrew this black thing and then it should all just sort of magically work. So I didn't bring a screwdriver, so I'm just gonna see what I can do with my drill, with this flat drill bit, and we're just gonna see how it goes. In fact, I have no idea what's going to happen when I do this. This could be a really bad idea. Oh! It broke. Okay. Magic. However, as I suspected, it's still sealed on the other side. So I think I'm gonna push the boundaries of my DIY know-how here, and I'm gonna try to use this little sharp spinny circular thingy to basically just cut through this barrier here, because I need the tap to be able to screw on and for water to come out of the butt through the hole. So seems pretty straightforward that we need a hole. I'm gonna do it. I have no idea what I'm doing. This could end disastrously, but fingers crossed. Cool. I don't think this is going to work because I think this hole will need to be wider in order to facilitate the washer screwing on the other side. But this does have like grooves in it, so I'm going to give it a go and see if it actually needs that washer or not, because it might just work as it is. I'm all about the easy life these days. Holy free holies, I think we have done it. I think it's good. That worked. So we're just gonna test out the water butt now that I've affixed the tap to see how it works and just make sure the position's okay. Not drench the cameraman in ice water. What I'm aware of is that this tap is open, my feet will get drenched. I don't want to. Good news is, this was correctly in the closed position. Either that or it doesn't work. So we didn't get drenched. Aha! Success. My hands are freezing, soaking wet. Good thing I've got a second pair of gloves. Oh. Very cold, muddy. So this should be the final step, I think, in hooking this thing up to the gutters. They've included this hose and this like washer thingy and this thingy. I don't know what these are for, so I'm just gonna forget about them and I'm just gonna use the hose and hope it works. This might have been a thing to do before I hooked all this up, because I'm having to manhandle everything quite a lot. In theory, oh, nope. I might need to move this all a bit closer. Oh, how is this? Cool, so I think we now know the answer to what this is for. I think this goes in here, and then this goes in here. I knew there'd be a reason they sent me that. Now it's just re-hooking this up to this. Cool, okay, so I've officially got the butt hooked up to this downpipe. So I'm just gonna put some water in this gutter to just see what happens. Some of it will go flying because it's not all hooked up in the back, but I just wanna make sure that this bit here works as expected. Just when you think you're done. To be fair, I did knock it about a fair bit, so. All right, so next step is I'm gonna have to go and buy some glue and glue these bad boys in place. It's just not coping. I think, stay. Oh, has that just worked? Okay, just needed a bit of fury. And I think it's done. When I put water in this top gutter, the water seems to just be going down the downpipe and then out into the ground. It doesn't seem to be feeding through this rainwater diverter and into the butt. My theory is that it's because this hose is sagging, so like, you know, gravity, I don't really know that the water is going to flow up unless there's a lot of force behind it maybe. But we have followed all of the instructions, so I might just wait and see how it goes and wait until there's a big rain to see what happens. Okay. Okay, so we've officially finished putting the guttering up on the shed. We've got the water butt connected up to the guttering. I've done a few tests and everything seems to be working fine. There's no leaks or anything. The only issue, which is quite a crucial issue, is that the water doesn't seem to be draining into the water butt. It's just getting kicked out the downpipe and out and back into the ground. So it is doing the job of protecting my shed at the moment, which is great, but it's not doing the job of collecting that rainwater. I have done everything as the instructions said, so at this point I'm just going to leave it and I'm just going to see what happens throughout the winter and see if maybe some kind of gravitational rules change when it's rain instead of my watering can. So this has been quite a job, and if you have followed us along this far, thank you so much for watching.